Hey everybody, it's Jer. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it happens to be, wherever you're at. Happy Diwali. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I hope I am. If you celebrate, happy Diwali. Um, I want to do a video and just talk, and this isn't about any particular stock. Um, it's more about what I've discovered with being in stocks and trading and investing, and that is if you're going into StockTwits, WeBull comments, or Wall Street bets on Reddit or any other stock forum or platform where there's discussion, maybe Discord, um, you have to kind of, if you're new to this, something you have to understand going into it is that you have to ignore the noise because there is so much noise, especially if a stock is on the rise. There is so much noise. And there is also what I've discovered, and I didn't realize this before because I had never. Usually I trade. Usually I would do day trades and or buy options, get out, make profit, put that profit somewhere else, and it was almost a daily thing. Then I came across Wader Holdings, and I've been in it for a little bit, and I mean really a little bit, not long at all, but still long for someone who is used to day trading. Um, and with that, how I came across Wader Holdings wasn't on StockTwits. It was actually on WeBull comments, and it was because the spike. I saw the spike, went to see what was happening. News on WeBull wasn't there. There was no news I could find really anywhere outside originally of WeBull. So I looked at comments, and someone said there's been a filing that Morgan Stanley has bought a 10% share, or 10% of the company, 10.3% of the company. And I was like, okay, well, let me go look at the filing. And I was like, okay, well, there must be something up with this. So I started doing Google search and looking at other filings and looked at different press releases, looked at the company's website, and I was like, wow, there's a lot going on here. So I started putting together, before I ever even got on StockTwits to see what anybody else was saying, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put together a DD report. I got in, and then that next day it dropped off some, and I was like, you know what? I should put together a DD report showing, DD being research, showing everything this company has going on. So I started doing research and looked at those filings. I spent probably like a 6 or 7 hours researching the company based off of press releases, based off of, like I said, SEC filings, and based off of transcripts from earnings calls, and put together this sheet, which is right there. Put together that sheet. I have updated it since to show October 22nd, but the original sheet was October 13th, I think. The original one is on my Twitter. And put together just all of this great stuff that this company has going on. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go see what. I wasn't really on StockTwits much before. I'm going to go see what people are saying. And I couldn't see anything, but there was a lot of people who were doing. It's annoying. I've talked about it before, but they were doing the rocket ships and to the moon, and it's just so annoying because it's just extra noise it's just annoying noise is all it is. It's not telling me anything about the company. It's not telling anybody about the company. It's just saying we're going to the moon, yay, woo, 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 and I don't, whatever. Why are we going to the moon? And so I would see little tidbits of information, but not everything all together in one place. So I was like, I'm going to go and share this for any new investors or new people that are interested in this company. They can come and see it all in one place. And all of it is fact proven. It is all off of press releases, news sources, SEC filings, and like I said, the earnings report transcripts from quarterly earnings and annual earnings. So I was like, okay, I'm going to share this and go with it. Right after I shared it, someone jumped all over me and was like, you stole our DD. And I was like, what? What? For one, I didn't steal anything. I didn't get any DD from actual StockTwits. And so I was like, why is this guy going crazy on me? And so I went to look at his profile, and sure enough, all of his posts were like rocket ships and to the moon. And I was like, oh. And so I just was like, you can't steal DD for one. Even if I had gotten the information off of StockTwits, which I hadn't, I would have researched it more so than just trusting what people are saying on StockTwits, because there are people, and I'm going to go into this more, but there are people on StockTwits who, whenever you go into a board for companies, there are people in there who are long-term investors who I don't know, or they're supposedly long-term investors. They will have waiter in their, like discussing waiter, they will have waiter in their names, in their handle somewhere, it'll say waiter, and then they will just talk about nothing but negativity. Or anytime the stock starts to rise, you will see these people start to post just random junk, like random stuff that's just noise. Like one person, like the last time the stock was a little bit on the rise, one person wrote paragraphs, and I'm not kidding you, paragraphs about how waiter is like a poker table. What? Okay, so, and then put bullish, and of course he has waiter in his name. And I just thought, if I'm coming here as a potential new investor or even just a trader, and you're comparing the stock that you've been supposedly in for 18 months to a poker table gambling, I am probably not going to get in, because I'm like, what? That's like, no, that's not, what? That doesn't make any sense. And then the same person, I had gotten that DD was shared in some random article about stocks. And my Twitter account the tweet was shared in that. And so that same person who was talking about nonstop, talking about poker tables, and how waiter relates to poker tables, I don't know, was upset because I was featured in this thing. And then again, it comes up, oh, well, all of this DD is from StockTwits. It's not from StockTwits. Trust me, I would have more reliable sources before I put my name on anything involving research for a company. I just would. I'm not going to go to a forum where people could just say whatever they want and just trust that. I don't want people just to trust my stuff. Like, I want you to go and I don't care if you share it. This is not my DD. This is stuff about the company. And any investor, any person that's invested in a company or trading a company that isn't a short or a bear would welcome all, like, the most efficient way of sharing information about the company. They want that because they want more people to embrace the company and get excited about the company and invest in the company, so the stock price and the value of the company goes up. But I don't know. To me, it just doesn't make any sense. And so I think that a lot of those people, in particular that board and Waiter's board, and maybe in other stocks too, I don't know, are kind of fake bulls. They are there to pretend like they are for the company, but everything that comes out of their that they post is a distraction or just noise, or being upset because someone shared information about the company. And I'm just like, I don't get that. And I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, but I don't get it. So what I'm saying is, if you're on StockTwits or WeBull comments or Wall Street Bets, understand that there are people in there who may seem like, may label themselves as bulls, but then it's nothing but negativity or attacking people. I also saw the same person that was talking poker tables. Someone had said, what's the DD on this company? What's going on? And he jumped all over them. He's like, do your own DD. Don't come here asking us. Go do your own. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you don't understand how this works. Like, please stop doing that. In my mind, like, please stop doing that. Like, I just don't. If you want your company to, a company you're invested in, you don't attack people who ask questions about it. Help them, like point them in the right direction, or give them your DD, or whatever. Or just keep your mouth shut. Like, it's that easy. And I just was like, who needs shorts or bears whenever your bulls do the job for them? So I'm just saying, people in these forums or on these boards, they are there for their own personal gains, and so don't trust everything you read there. Always do your own research, your own financial research into a company, your own DD, due diligence. Take some pointers, that's fine, but do your own research and avoid the drama, because these people, some of these people in these boards have been there for sometimes years, and it begs to question why. Why are they here every single day, and do I want to get drawn into that? If you want to get drawn into it, great, go for it. I am not. I kind of had been, and I was like, wait, I need to break out of this, because this is not, for one, it's not healthy. For two, it's a waste of my time. I'm just going to share what I need to share and move on. And if you want to argue with yourself, because I don't have time for it. I would rather be reading a book or, learning more somewhere than to be, I don't need to, if you trust in your company enough, you don't need to be there defending it. You don't need to be there doing whatever it is you're doing, unless you're paid to do it, I guess. And I think that some of those people probably are paid to be there. So just know that if you're just getting into this and you're going to StockTwits and you're going to WeBull comments and Wall Street Bets, just know that everybody has their own personal interest in it, and do your own research and find out about the company that you're intending on investing in or trading in, and make your own move and make your own decision. Because those people who are making all this noise or are being fake bulls or even fake bears, they have their own personal interest there, and you need to be doing what your personal interest is, and don't fall into that drama and listen to all the noise, because it becomes too much. And find pointers and run off of those pointers, but do your own research, and trust your own instinct over trusting whatever all this noise is, because that noise, I get, is kind of there for a reason. I don't know that it's a good reason. So be very wary, not just with Wader, but with any stock that you're doing research on. Be very wary going into comments or Wall Street Bets or StockTwits or even Twitter. You see people talk about a different stock or whatever, and sometimes the information may be correct, but it's not full. Not everything is there. So get the full information and then make an educated decision on if you're going to trade or invest in a company. Don't just go off of all the noise and the drama. And the drama is kind of another distraction too. And I don't have time for it. And you shouldn't have time for it either. Do things that make you a better person and learn more, and don't waste your time in all that, because it's just drama. And like I said, some of them are getting paid for it. You aren't. You're not getting paid to mess around in that drama. So ignore it. Block the people. I end up blocking that person, and I block people who just create noise, because it's just like, what? This is distraction. And I see it, and I hope that other people see it, but sometimes they don't. So if you see me on StockTwits, WeBull comments, or on Wall Street bets, I'm going to make a comment, post whatever it is. Usually it'll be DD, due diligence research, and so that anybody coming can actually see that, and then just leave, because I just don't want to, I don't need to be a part of that. And so, and that's with any company I get into. I don't need to be there in that board drama of craziness. I don't have any reason to be. So, okay. So you will see me less in those, other than just to share information or a video or whatever, and then just move on. Okay, that's all I have today. I love you all, and I will also make sure you subscribe and like the video if you would, please. And I will talk to you very soon. All right. Mwah.